The NBA season might be over, but the court drama certainly isn't, as all attention turns to the Paris 2024 Olympics. Team USA has won 16 out of a possible 20 gold medals in the Olympics, and they have long been unrivaled and unmatched. This time, it won't just be a battle for the gold medal, but a battle to be called world champions.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
This all started when Noah Lyles, a track and field star, boldly and wholeheartedly questioned the NBA's claim of its champions being world champions. And this statement started a fire, as Team USA has assembled one of their best teams in years in response. Especially after their disappointing show at the FIBA World Cup last year, Team USA fielded a roster that many didn't understand, as it was the lowest rated team the country had ever seen. Don't get me wrong, the squad was packed with talent, including the likes of Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, and Paolo Banchero. But the team only had 4 players who were all-stars, and none of them had ever been on the All-NBA team, which was a first. This was the first time the U.S. national team was made up entirely of NBA players with 0 senior-level experience. But no one really noticed at first. They were 5-0 in their exhibition game and won all 3 of their opening group games by a margin of 34. In the second round, they won 4 games, but suffered a surprising loss to Lithuania. But they still made it to the final round, so no eyebrows just yet. In the quarterfinals, they completely annihilated the Italians, winning by a margin of almost 40 points. But in the semis, their inexperience came into play as they lost to the Germans by just 2 points, which meant no 6th World Cup title and no title at all for back-to-back editions after also failing in 2019. That must have hurt. But they still had the 3rd and 4th place classification match to play against Canada. They were heading for a loss, but in a moment of madness in the final few seconds from Mikal Bridges, the game went into overtime. But it only prolonged their loss as Canada sealed the deal in OT, and Team USA ended up finishing in a disappointing 4th place. Now, despite only boasting 4 All-Star appearances between them, this team wasn't seen as underdogs, and their 4th place finish sparked debates among the entire NBA community. One of the main talking points was the lack of height on defense, and Team USA lacked a natural big man in the back, which meant that Walker Kessler, who was coming off his rookie year, was their only true center throughout the tournament.
Discussion has to go to, okay, then who is that? You can't just say we're gonna have size for size. We have to have players who are gonna help you win.
Still, this team had some of the NBA's greatest talents. So after an outing like that, it made many consider if the title of the NBA champions should still be known as world champions. And to combat this claim, there were whispers of an Olympic super team led by LeBron James.
I do have a lot of interest in playing in Paris. Obviously, it's a lot to be had, here with the Lakers, obviously, in this season. But got a lot of interest on playing in Paris with Team USA. I have a history of playing with Team USA. Obviously, everyone knows that, and we have a lot of great players here in America. So,
you talked to some of those guys?
We've been in communication.
No kidding. That FIBA team was totally scrapped, leaving only Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton. This goes to show that Team USA wasn't going to place their Olympic legacy on the shoulders of the young guys, and the seasoned veterans had to be the ones to step up. The USA's participation in international basketball has always carried significant weight. The Olympic legacy of the United States started as far back as 1936 and continued that way as it gave rise to the Dream Team in 1992 and the Redeem Team in 2008. The Dream Team featured NBA legends like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. And they cruised to the gold medal without losing a single game while averaging a win margin of 44 points. The 2008 Redeem Team was formed after the 2004 setback, and the team included the likes of LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Carmelo Anthony. They followed the Dream Team by clinching the gold medal undefeated. Since then, Team USA has constantly defended their title, and they'll look to continue that streak in 2024. And with the roster they put up, that might just be the case. However, this current roster for the 2024 Olympics is under immense pressure to live up to these legendary squads. It's a roster mixed with established stars and emerging talents. And just like previous years, the selection process for Team USA is never without controversy. The decision to skip over players like Jaylen Brown and Kyrie Irving has sparked debates among fans and analysts. Brown's athleticism and Kyrie's ball handling and scoring prowess would have been valuable assets. However, the coaching staff believes in the current roster's chemistry and potential. Each player's participation carries significant implications for their career and the team's overall performance. We've mentioned LeBron. Other stars in the roster include Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, Drew Holiday, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard. Until Kawhi withdrew from the squad after deciding that it's best to prepare for the upcoming season with the Clippers. He missed 12 of the Clippers' last 14 games last season due to a knee problem, so maybe it was best to take the time off. In his place, Boston's Derek White is filling in. The Celtics guard averaged over 15 points and 5 assists en route to the NBA championship last season. White brings defensive tenacity and playmaking skills. His performance in the NBA playoffs showcased his potential to impact games on both ends of the floor. White isn't the only man from Boston on the team. Jason Tatum, who was arguably their best player last season and one of the best overall, is also on the roster. He will bring the sharp shooting skills that saw him average almost 27 points per game last season. Drew Holiday is another guy from Boston, and he is no stranger to the international stage. Holiday is gearing up for his second run with the USA Olympic team. He was part of the last squad that snagged gold in Tokyo in 2021. Now, if Team USA clinches gold again, Holiday will be adding a second Olympic gold medal to his impressive collection. And let's not forget his NBA accolades. He's got 2 championship rings, one with the Milwaukee Bucks and one with the Boston Celtics. So he's an elite winner, which is needed for any team. Outside Boston, there are the usual suspects for Team USA. LeBron James is one of them. At 39, LeBron's decision to join the team marks his return to Olympic basketball since the 2012 edition in London. His presence brings leadership and experience, crucial for a team looking to bounce back from past disappointments at the FIBA tournament. Steph Curry, as surprising as it sounds, will be making his Olympic debut. He has missed 3 editions, first in 2012. He wasn't yet as prolific as we now know him, so he couldn't break into the team. In 2016, however, he had one of his best years, but he couldn't partake due to health issues. And in 2021, with the entire world trying to recover from COVID, Steph felt it was best to stay home. So this year, he'll be finally taking center stage to win the only medal that has eluded his illustrious career. Although he has won some major tournaments with Team USA, just like the 2010 and 2014 FIBA World Cup. So he's not new internationally. Steph's sharpshooting skills are expected to be a game changer. His inclusion adds a new dimension to Team USA's offensive strategy. And when you add Kevin Durant, it's over for any team. Recall the death lineup days when KD played alongside Steph? Man, that team was basically unplayable. KD has always been successful with Team USA. 3 Olympic gold medals and the 2010 FIBA World Cup gold medal as well, so he will likely win again this time around. If he does, he'll solidify his legacy as one of the greatest players in Olympic history. Joel Embiid is another player who will be making his Olympic debut, and the United States had to step in quickly because France and Cameroon were snooping to see if they could make him play for them. For Embiid, he'll have a shot to finally win something for a team. Don't get me wrong, he has won a lot of accolades individually, but for a team, nah. So it's a huge opportunity for him, and it's also a huge opportunity for the next superstars like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton to also make a name for themselves internationally. Anthony Davis, on the other hand, isn't new to Team USA, as he already has the 2012 Olympic gold medal and the 2014 FIBA World Cup to his name. Devin Booker and Bam Adebayo have the 2020 gold medal to their name, so they'll be looking for their second gold just like AD. Now, these three might not be outright starters for the team, but having them on the roster is something every team will take any day, and something Team USA looks to use to become world champions in Paris. But it won't be easy at all. The result of the 2023 FIBA World Cup was a stark reminder of how competitive international basketball has become. And the field at the 2024 Olympics is stacked with some of the best global talent out there, all itching to take down Team USA. Canada is looking strong with the second best collection of NBA talent right after the US. They could very well meet Team USA in the gold medal match. France is another powerhouse, boasting Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert dominating the front court. These guys are no joke. There are also the likes of Spain, who are always constant threats, and Germany, the defending world champs. Even within Team USA's own group, they'll face a huge challenge with Serbia, led by reigning NBA MVP Nikola Jokic. Serbia finished second at last summer's World Cup, so they're definitely a team to watch. And then there's Puerto Rico making a return to the Olympics for the first time since 2004. The last time they were there, Puerto Rico handed Team USA a shocking loss in the group stage, leading to a bronze medal finish for the team. Sure, Team USA will be favored in every matchup, but they can't afford to underestimate any opponent. Nearly every roster headed to Paris has NBA players, making the competition fiercer than ever. Before the tournament, Team USA was causing a bit of a stir and concern as they only managed to scrape by in their last two exhibition games, winning by just 5 points combined. Naturally, everyone was on edge, wondering if they were ready and whether their star-studded lineup would gel. But all that seemed to cool a bit after their first group game, mostly thanks to Kevin Durant, who hadn't seen any action in the exhibition games due to a nagging calf injury. But in the Group C opener against Serbia, KD showed up and delivered a performance that can only be described as exceptional. In the first half alone, he nailed all 7 of his shots, setting the tone for a 110-84 rout of Serbia. At 35, KD was efficient and sank his first 8 shots and racked up 23 points in just under 17 minutes. KD is the top scorer in USA basketball history in over 23 Olympic games, and his average of almost 20 points per game is above everyone else's. That's a record, and back in the 2012 London Olympics, he set another record with 156 points. Before him, Spencer Hayward held the record for 145 points from the 1968 Mexico City Games. And KD also scored 205 points in 9 games at the 2010 World Cup, where the US clinched gold. So despite some roster shakeups, like Kawhi Leonard getting cut during the training camp in Las Vegas, Coach Kerr had no doubts about KD's place on the team, even though he missed those crucial exhibition matches. LeBron James, the ageless star at 39, was also in top form against the Serbs. He dropped 21 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, and dished out 9 assists. His powerful drives through multiple Serbian defenders were reminiscent of the same old LeBron, proving he still got it. That victory against Nikola Jokic and the Serbians marked a strong start in Group C for Team USA, who dominated the final 3 quarters. In their second group game, they cruised into the Olympic basketball quarterfinals after a solid 103-86 win over South Sudan. This game was a far cry from their nail-biting pre-Olympic exhibition earlier this month, where LeBron James had to pull off a last-second layup to see out a 101-100 victory. Now, South Sudan might be the lowest-ranked team in the Olympics at 33rd in the FIBA World Rankings, but don't let that fool you. They've got a decent shot at making the quarterfinals too. Coach Steve Kerr's strategy against the speedy, 3-point happy South Sudan team involved a wing-heavy lineup with Tatum, who he received major backlash for benching in the first game, starting at power forward. Notably absent were Embiid and Holiday, key players from the game plan against Serbia. Kerr's second unit, featuring defensive standouts and the offensive firepower of KD and Anthony Edwards, really delivered. This backup squad managed to give up 14 fewer points than in their previous exhibition game against South Sudan. Jason Tatum, who sat out the opening game, made a return to the starting lineup, replacing Jrue Holiday. In 17 minutes, Tatum notched 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. This was his first appearance since the benching. While Tatum and Tyrese Haliburton didn't play in the first Olympic game, Joel Embiid was the only player who sat out the second game. The game started off tight as South Sudan came out swinging and tied the game at 10 points apiece. But then KD once more stepped off the bench and things quickly changed. With the two-time NBA champion scoring 9 points in a 23-4 run, the score ballooned to 33-14, and the game was essentially out of reach from there. Team USA sealed the deal with a 103-86 win, securing their spot in the quarterfinals with a 2-0 record, and all the tiebreakers in their favor. The bench was phenomenal, racking up 63 points. Bam Adebayo led the charge with 18 points on 8 of 10 shooting and 7 rebounds, while Durant chipped in 14 points. How do you think Team USA will do in the rest of the Olympics? Will they rise to the occasion or falter under pressure? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and be sure to check out this video right here.